Yo, it's your boy Slugger in the bin. You guys already know what the deal is. As you guys see what I'm showing you guys right here, this is just a little bit of what we're gonna see for the brother right here, right? So the SR, right? The OG guy that we getting, it seemed like he's gonna be a green type unit. So as you guys can see on the screen, right? You see green. His attacks are green based, so a lot of green units are like that, kind of like Ghetto, right? Ghetto have this also, so it do make sense that he's gonna be green, right? But does that mean Yaga is gonna be green? It doesn't always mean that the other person is also gonna be the same typing as the person on the banner. So here's my take on this, right? I know it's coming up pretty soon. I don't really like doing these kind of videos, but this will be quick, short, and sweet, right? So my guess is it's either Yaga is gonna be green, just like the brother here, or because like the thing is SRs and SR like when they introduce SR into the game, normally they're not the same like typing as the SSR, from what I remember, right? Because they kind of just want to just put color out there. But then he is gonna, so this guy's gonna be green. Yaga's gonna be either two color, from from what I know, right? So he's gonna be either green or yellow. And why I say that, because as you guys know, they tend to not repeat the same color for the unit that we already have into the game. All right, let's go into the game real quick. All right. All right, now let's go into the game. So they don't tend to do the same color. So Yaga is red, right? The SR version of him is red. And if you notice all the other characters, we have not got duplicate of the same color yet. But of course, eventually we gonna come to that point. Like Gojo, we got green, yellow, and blue, right? So the next Gojo we gonna get is red. Pretty much, right? Most likely, because we haven't had like two yellow Gojo, two blue, or two same element, right? Yaga is red, so and we already went past the blue meta, so they kind of go in order in a way, but then again they could change things again, right? But Yaga could be blue, but my guess is either he's gonna be green or yellow, because since he's red already, so there's only three colors that he could be: blue, green, or yellow. But here's the thing, right? The SR guy that's coming with him, the OG, he's gonna be green. That's for sure. So does that mean that he's gonna be green also? Probably, most likely, I think it's gonna be yellow. I think Yaga's gonna be yellow, and they just make him green, just to have, so we have like like we have different kinds of like colors out there. Maybe they might start doing this, like changing things up, right? So as you can see right here, Kyoto, he's green, right? And the R version of Kyoto is red. Oh no, wait, it's yellow, right? So I am waiting for this boy though. I'm still waiting for him. I might be something for Yaga, y'all. Here's the thing, right? If Yaga, and someone make a really good point too on my last video on the comment section. Shout out to the brother over there, right? He made a good point, because I was thinking like, oh, Yaga is going to definitely be a buffer, right? Because his SR version him is a buffer. But then he pointed out something saying like, well, not the SR me is a buffer, but then his SSR version is not really a buffer. Like he's self buff, but like he wasn't a true ally buffer. He was just like a self buffer and DPS, right? And I was like, actually, he got a good point. It does not mean, so that does not mean Yaga is going to be uh a buffer, because his alter version buffer. Because the reason why I thought that way, because like Kyoto, he's a supporter, and his SR version supporter, and so on with Momo buffer, and she became a buffer, right? But then yeah, Nanami is one of those rare cases where like he's a buffer on his SR version, and his two SSR version in the game, like this one, And a yellow one, right? The SSR, they're DPSers, but they're like self-buffing DPSer, right? And you could kind of say this one's self-buff too, right? He does a self-buff, but he also does a AoE buff just like Yaga and Momo. Right, so it's really interesting take. So I do like what the brother said right there, because it's making me think different too about like, okay, so I only if I'm just gonna be summoning on Yaga, hopefully I get him too. If he's a buffer, right? If he's a better like here, all right, I gotta make it really like clear, right? He gotta be a better buffer than his previous self, right? Because there's no point of me summoning for him if he ain't better than his previous self, right? I already got this. Most people probably got him already like max 5. And here's the thing, right? See, Momo is good, right? Good buffer. But then the new Momo just took over her. Cause they literally do the same thing, but the SSR Momo just a lot better at her job than this Momo. So it's like it's obviously you should summon for this Momo, right? When you see her compared to this one. Well, like if you compare to which one's better, this Momo was better, so it's worth to summon. But if Yaga is not better than the one that we getting out, literally in like a couple hours, right? Then there's no reason to stump for him, because we don't really like, who really want a Yaga that's a DPS or a whatever he's trying to be other than a buffer, right? He just gotta be a better buffer, and Yaga is one of the crack buffer in this game, right? He's almost compared to SSR Momo, like almost. The reason why I think Momo is just a lot better because her ultimate have a it's a AoE. Her ultimate does a AoE, take a ultimate engage bar from each enemy, and chance to stun, which is really broken. But of course, Yaga with the 4-turn buffs, right? I'm pretty sure, right? Let me go check. His buff lasts for 4 turns, which makes him really crazy. And the reason why Momo, I said like Momo is really good because her whole kit, you can't never go wrong, but her buffs only last for 2 turns. You know what I mean? But of course it's a higher percentage, like 40%, like off base 60% right there. It's like really high. But when you look at Yaga, it says 41, right? Which is still really high for 4 turns, because you could stack these things up. So Yaga just gotta be a little better. Maybe he might have like 2 buffing kits. Like maybe like I guess what will make him a little bit better, in my opinion, like he'll have a buff like the same one like this, but maybe a little bit better, like added more stuff. And maybe something like a support buff, like kind of like a Kyoto, where like throwing out on the shield, or something like that. But his ultimate definitely have to be a lot better, right? The new Yaga, it have to be a lot better, just like the same way with Momo. All right, Momo got that AoE, freaking gauge. That thing is just a stunner. And then we compare to the Momo, the SR Momo. Let's go. I guess she could also stun too. So that's the thing, right? So Momo, she does the same thing what she does to the other one, but let me translate this. I'm pretty sure like she doesn't take a ultimate engage. All right. Stun all enemy 1 turn and give yourself evasion status. So that's pretty. SR Momo is still really good, even if you don't have SR Momo, or you don't have the SSR version of her, right? You're fine, right? But I think, see, like the SSR Momo, she does the same exact thing, right? Of course, like a little bit more damage too, and she also she lowered down 1 the attack count by 1, the ultimate gauge bar of the enemy, AoE, right? And she does the same thing, stun. You got a chance of stunning. So what I'm saying is like Yaga gotta be a little bit better of his other version, because like this is really crazy. His he have to have this 4 turn. I mean, the SSR version could be 3 turn buffing. It could be, but they have to have some crazy change. Like maybe the skill cost is lower, like 15 or something like that, or this is percentage just a little bit higher. But then or they can completely keep the same thing, right? Like this buff right here. This buff is cracked. So like they could keep this completely the same, but just add something additional to it. Maybe like if anything, if Yaga is giving out, like if he does a buff and giving out curse energy gauge to everybody like Kyoto does, like the R version Kyoto, like this thing right here. I get it, it's green, so it's a different kind of support, but bro, that will be broken. That's why I'm waiting for a new Kyoto, right? Like he just one of the most cracked units out there. Like his R version and the SR version. Just imagine his SSR version. He's gonna be cracked. I hope he's a little bit more like this one. But then again, we don't need another person that does it, because that beats the purpose, right? Because you only can play one Kyoto, so you can't really just be like stacking them. But how about if he does this, right? How about if Kyoto did this and he did this at the same time? That'd be kind of nuts, right? So what I'm trying to get at is like, I hope Yaga is good as he should be, because Yaga is, he's not the hypest unit to come out, but like at least we're kind of hyped that we're getting an SR unit and we're getting Yaga, and they're both in the same banner, so a chance of us getting him is really nice. And plus, if you grind the event, we do get 10 free ticket to get a chance of summoning on them. So you get one multi, so we get a chance of getting them. So I hope you guys get lucky and summon on him. But your boy's definitely gonna be trying to see. We're gonna check out his kit, but that's why I don't want to put on my live stream that I'm gonna go summon. Because if we had leaks and stuff and saying like, oh, this guy just crack, then we would summon. But at this point, we're gonna have to see once I go live. But I'll catch you guys there, brother. And yeah, I'm most likely gonna summon, so I'm gonna be on my reroll count that I have for the Annie, just because I need a buffer. My other two accounts don't need it because I already have as you can see, I already have Momo, right? I don't think I need, maybe, right? And the thing at the end, right? I think Yaga's gonna be yellow. If he's not yellow, he's gonna be green, right? Either those two. He's definitely not gonna be blue from what I'm thinking, and he's definitely not gonna be red. So that's gonna be it for the video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Appreciate you guys, and I see you guys on the live stream. Go to the home page. Definitely smash that subscribe button, man. Don't forget to hit the bell and get notified when I go live. Y'all, I might even come a little bit earlier, like a couple minutes earlier, just to, you know, keep stuff entertained and stuff, because it's gonna be pretty late, because JJK Fan Parade comes out real late in some time zone. But I'll see you guys there. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.